GME. That's a good one. Oh, GMFD and GME. To everyone. All right. Yeah, my computer kind of froze. So I had to shut down some programs. I don't know why. My Chrome kind of froze. It used up all the CPU power. So I had to close it down, and also I closed down the... what was it called? What's this program called? What the hell is this program called? XSplit Broadcaster. Yeah, okay. Am I logged in? Oh yeah, I am. So now we've had some big bounces in some of these sectors, like semiconductors, NASDAQ. Let's see if we can digest this a little bit. Maybe pull back to the 50 days, see how we hold there. That would be very good. And that will also help a lot of setups develop in individual stocks. I'm mostly focused on ETFs still, except for some stocks that I think look really great. Like ALB looks like this thing wants to double. NTLA on the weekly looks like this thing wants to double. This Oxy looks great. This Jet CTF, the airline CTF, is breaking out pre-market. I don't know if I'm gonna trade this one. Not sure. Maybe I will. Yeah, I know, it's a boomer. Well, actually, no. NTLA is not a boomer stock. This is a gene editing. But yeah, otherwise I would say, yeah, it's a pretty boomer stock. I'm watching some gold stuff. I'm watching this Bitcoin stock. Yeah, it's mostly a boomer watch list. You're right. Yeah, SM looks... Well, you know, a lot of oil gas names look great. I'm gonna do the ETFs. I'm gonna focus on ERX, maybe Gush. No, not Gush, but OIH, and because these things have a little bit higher ADRs versus XOP and XLE. They're gonna make bigger moves. I don't think it has anything to do with the age. It has to do with my account size. If my accounts were much smaller, I wouldn't be doing these things. I would be focusing on other stocks. And I wouldn't be looking at these ETFs. Heck, 1 month ago I wouldn't be looking at these ETFs. It's something that struck me just like a few weeks ago. Like the liquidity, like the size you can do in the ETFs. Even though the dollar volume is low. It's pretty amazing. You know, a few times per year you're gonna find something like a new type of edge or something that's gonna, you know, take your trading to the next level. It only happens once or twice per year, but when it happens, it's just an amazing feeling. It's like, wow, holy shit. It's just like you found gold or something. Well, that's my point. You can't compare ETFs and stocks because a illiquid stock is just illiquid. An illiquid ETF can be extremely liquid. Like I can easily double, triple the average daily volume in an ETF with no slippage. You can't do that with a stock. Well, I misclicked on the duplicate button. What a fucking clown. Well, it's not weird because they create new shares as you buy them. That's apparently how a lot of these ETFs work. Lego. What's this? Liposome company. Tiger is perking higher. Oh, they had earnings. Did they have earnings? Did Tiger have earnings? Or do they have earnings after hours? I think they had earnings now, right? Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, those are some numbers. Did Futu have earnings already? Wait, when did Futu have earnings? $19th? Okay. Incredible numbers. No sign of slowdown yet. But technically they're not there yet. Okay guys, good luck. Yeah, all the air and cruise lines are rushing higher. But I'm not gonna chase these moves there. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, HAAW, that was a great setup. Holy shit, that was a nice high tide flag. Recent IPO, super explosive growth, high tide flag, you know, this is an odd, probabilities game, and this thing is just wow. Okay, looks like the oils and commodities are weak. While tech and semiconductors are strong. Man, this tiger could be a potential EP actually. Okay, AMC is strong. Let's see if this GME can. I mean, this thing breaks the high, the 189 area. Man, on the weekly. I mean, holy shit, man. Okay, IWM is wanting to come out of this range. Dun, dun, dun. Holy shit, a lot of things are triggering. TNA. Finally starting to move here. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I have an enormous position in this TNA. I did anticipate some yesterday. But man, when I see a good setup, holy shit. Yeah, we haven't a day like this in a long time where this many alerts go off. It's a long time ago. It's DFS, great setup. Low ADR, but great setup. Yeah, cruise lines. Yeah, there's so many things moving right now. It's kind of nice in a way, just focusing on the ETFs. You don't have to worry about building a portfolio of, bunch of stocks. I don't think I'll ever have a portfolio with 20 stocks again. not to mention 30 stocks like I've had, you know, a few times previously. I don't think it will ever happen again, now that I found ETFs. Or actually, you know, the liquidity in ETFs. GME, do or die. The weekly, it looks amazing. Can we get the spec money back? The crazy chasers. I also sold my IGV yesterday. It's just a very slow moving ETF. I kind of regret I bought it. Should have bought more of it, SOXL or something, TQQs maybe. Tiger? Yeah. Yeah, that's an EP. Oh my god, just look at the volume. I didn't pay attention on this thing. It's a little bit too illiquid for me personally. But, you know, if you paid attention, you could have seen, like, this thing traded 10%. No, wait. It traded 15-20% of the average daily volume in the first 2 minutes. And in the first 5 minutes, it traded like a third of the average daily volume. That's EP. That's EP volume. At this rate, it's probably gonna hit 20 million volume. Could have its highest volume day since IPO. Or maybe even, yeah, or well, at least one of the highest volume days. And one of the few stock setups I'm excited about is this BNTX. This is a classic high tide flag. It kind of reminds me a little bit about Beyond Meat. Or actually not, maybe not Beyond Meat. Never mind, they don't really look that alike. Yeah, anyway, whatever. It's a high tide flag. mRNA is kind of breaking. Yeah, it doesn't really have a nice flag, but dun, dun, dun. Let's see if we can get some big moves. If the recent, the past 1 week rally can hold, like semis and Nasdaq are holding really well for now. Spice are holding. We can hold. Would be great. Digest a little bit would be great. Well, things are not really having the juice I was hoping for. Yeah, well, that's what happens when things are up 4 or 5 days in a row. You need some digestion. Would have been better if we got a gap down today, and then a slow grind higher. Would have been much better. Then we wouldn't have gotten this fake breakout in the Russell. Well, SM, it's not that great of a setup. It's just all over the place. You want things that are tight. Look at the oil ETFs like OIH, ERX, X up. Those are tight. Like find stocks, oil stocks that look like that, or just trade the ETFs. SM, I know a lot of you have been excited about it. It's just all over the place. I don't know, man. Yeah, it's a barcode. Exactly, it's a barcode. That's a very good description. Getting Eden live? How? There's been a lot of big moves over the past week. Well, not a lot of them, but you know, a bunch of them. Well, TNA, you know, you can't look at TNA. You have to look at Russell. This is the one you have to look at. The moving average on TNA is irrelevant. Russell tried to come out of air, you know, how to get, you know, reclaim the 50-day. It couldn't. Now it's right back on it. So we'll see. Let's see if this dip holds. Looking at, you know, these moving averages on the triple ETFs, it's a useless exercise. Just don't. You have to look at us underlying. Same thing like Soxel. You have to look at SMH, not Soxel. Well, what happened now is some of the, you know, previous high flyers, and you know, like if you look at the ARC ETFs, they're kind of getting rejected on these declining moving averages now. We had a little bit of a bounce. But we'll see how how these things hold. EEM is the emerging markets ETF. Oh, gold is breaking out, but gold miners are not following. Gold miners are kind of lagging. the gold move. GDXJ looks great though. EDC is the levered one, the triple EEM. Like you can see, for example, emerging markets from early November to mid-February, 26% move. EEM ETF, EDC ETF, 100% move. That's why I wanna do the leveraged ones. Yeah, well, gold is, it's made a big move over the past couple of months. 12-13% move in a few months. That's a big move historically. It probably needs a few months of sideways from here, and build this bigger flag pattern. That would be great. It would be great if it, obviously it could keep going straight up, but it would be great if it, kind of went sideways for a few months in this range and built a flag of some type. That would be really nice. Yeah, the precious metals are one of my best trading ideas right now. Like I said, I went over my best trade ideas yesterday pre-market, and the precious metals are part of it. Silver and gold. I already have exposure to silver via the triple HEQ ETF, or is it double? I'm not sure. Too bad there is no double or triple gold ETF. There's only triple, double and triple like gold miner ETFs. And those are kind of lagging the underlying right now. Like GLD broke out of this little tiny flag, while all the miner ETFs are just inside of the flag still. So they're showing relative weakness, which I don't like. UGLD. This thing doesn't even trade. It doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, wait, it could have been the... Yeah, maybe it was the triple ETF for GLD. Could have been. I'm not sure. I don't know. Doesn't look like it, to be honest. UGL. Oh! There it is! Ah. So many of these gold ETFs. Yeah. It's still very low ADR, but I guess ADR of 1.7 is better than ADR of 0.8. All right, great. Sector ETFs. You know what? I'm gonna do a watch list of triple. Or leverage. All right, great. Yeah, but this is still a gold miner ETF. It's not a gold ETF. The gold miner ETF. Yeah, the precious metals, copper, steel related names. Yeah, those are the most of them do need to go sideways for a few weeks to a few months. Yeah, that's what I just said. Most of them need to go sideways for a few weeks to a few months. I realize they're all a little bit extended short term. IWM is holding the uptrend on the 60-minute. Let's see if we can bounce here and reclaim the 50-day. It would be great if it actually reclaims the 50 and 20-day moving averages and closes strong. This is a very long base. RH, nice bounce of the 50-day. Very nice. SQ showing some, yeah, it found support on rising 200-day. Very good, yeah. It's not out of the woods yet. Probably needs a few weeks to a few months of, further base building. Needs to get above these moving averages. Dig. What happened to Dig? Looks like a reverse split. No, sorry. Looks like a split. It's just like SDAO had a reverse split. IHT. Maybe if I can tighten up a little bit more. It looks very explosive. Is there setup on AMC? Is it coming out of a tight range? No, I haven't had a rant while the mic was off. Don't worry about it. I was watching some YouTube. Well, positive signs that we got some moves. We've gotten a bunch of range breaks. Oh man, this lithium ETF looks great. It's been building higher lows for a long time. It would be great if it pulled back a little, built a little bit of a flag, and then broke out again. Choking about what? What am I choking about? GME? Is it? Oh yeah. Let's go. Oh, can it go back to 300? Go back to 300. Come on. Volume is really not there to support a big move, unfortunately, but you know, it could come in later. We'll see. It could be starting to, you know, grind, and then start speeding up and volume comes in. We'll see. What the hell is this? Revenue ETF? Okay. Why is everyone so keen on buying these stocks in a downtrend? Like this, it looks like it doesn't look anything special. Like, what are you guys looking at something like this? Why not focus on stocks that, you know, setups I've outlined in the instructions on the screen? Trust me, you're gonna have some better results buying stocks in, you know, random stocks in random downtrends. Just a pro tip, you know. Yeah, people don't understand dilution. People don't understand those things. People don't understand market cap versus what's the word for it? What's the word for what's the word for it? God damn it! I've gone brain dead. Oh, enterprise value. People don't understand market cap versus enterprise value. OAS. What's the question? Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about. The setup looks like shit. There's nothing here. I have no idea what you're asking. You're rocket sciencing very easy stuff. If you have a very small account, the dollar volume of 20 million is, yeah, it's okay. Absolutely. No problem. There's two things you should never do. Go full rocket scientist, or go, unless you actually have the brain power for it. Most people don't. Very few people actually have the brain power for it. Probably less than 1% of the population. The problem is 50% of the population thinks they have the brain power for it. And also never go full retard. You have the brain power for it? Well then, yeah, go for it. You don't have any brain power? There you go, David. That's why David is rich. He realizes he has no brain power and he stays in his lane. And then he goes and shoots some guns. It's a simple life. Come on, GME. Come on. I want this thing 300 before end of month. No. Maybe, yeah, you know, I mean, look, I was really surprised. This move was, this bounce was kind of expected, but I was really surprised by this secondary move it had back in March or early March. And I only had like a third size or something because I got shaken out of part of it. And maybe it can surprise again. Maybe it can surprise again. Maybe it can go to 250, 300. Why not? Reno is a futures trader now. Yeah, anything is possible. That's why I'm long it. I don't think movie theaters are gonna come back. Because the movie business has changed. Movies don't go to the cinema first anymore. They go to the streaming services. Oh no, I'm talking about AMC. Sorry, yeah. But yet, it's going up because, you know, you kind of have to trust the technicals. And GME, I think this company won't be around in 5 years. But yet, it's breaking this big range on the weekly. It's been building higher lows for many months, and the technicals don't lie. Short term, it could easily go back to 300 plus. You know, you can't argue with the technicals. Well, I'm not concerned about the liquidity anymore. I think with the ETFs, I can easily scale, triple, quadruple my accounts. No problem. No problem. It's gonna be a while before I go to futures. But yes, that would be the next step. Starting to trade futures would be the next step. AMC, if it was a pocket pivot, it was definitely some type of setup. You know, I would have preferred a few more days sideways and having it tighten up a little bit. That's something I would have actually maybe even traded. It was a very little flag, but the explosive stocks, that's how they behave. They find support on the 10-day versus the 20-day. Slower stocks find support on the 20-day, and even slower stocks find support on the 50-day. No, even if I start trading futures, I'm not gonna use the leverage. I'm gonna be I'm gonna use it very sparingly. Futures are leveraged. Well, then I guess I'll trade in a way that doesn't expose me to a lot of leverage. Anytime you read about blow-ups and, the 1929 documentary I linked yesterday, and, just recently in the crypto, it's the same thing over and over. The people use excessive leverage, they get wiped out over and over and over again. Yeah, and the Renaissance trades very differently. Yeah, there's you know, yeah, I mean that's, you know, it's some kind of hereditary psychological disease they suffered from. It's pretty obvious. You know, when you have you know, suicide going from generation to generation, it's obviously some hereditary mental disease. You don't need that scan. I'm not gonna show it to you because you don't need it. If you have my other scans, and the next person who writes where can I find the scans are gonna get a perma ban. But if you have the my other scans, you don't need that scan. It's something I just scan to find some of the faster moving, lower liquidity stocks. You already get those in your scans. Michael Burry's hyperinflation bet. Do you have any long-term hedge with inflation in mind? Yeah, I'm long AGQ. This is a silver ETF, and as I said today and yesterday, two of my well, actually, it's kind of the same trade idea. It's the precious metals. It's one of my top trading ideas right now because they are setting up. And I also looking at some of the other commodity-related names, sectors like steel and copper. Is it the bear flag? Yeah, it couldn't bounce for shit during this last week's rally. That's weakness, man. Holy shit! If this rally fails and this thing starts breaking down, I may short it. This is yeah. Like, one thing I'm a little bit worried about is many of these former big runners, they bounced big over the past week, but they're running into this declining moving average. Look at Carvana, huge mover last year, went up 1300% from the March lows. And now it's running up into the declining 50-day. You see the same thing a lot of these, like Tesla, it hasn't even hit the 20-day yet. Like ARK, kinda finding some, it's there's all these declining moving averages. There's just so much work needed for these things to, set up and make another big move. I'm not saying we're gonna enter a bear market, and these things are gonna, this thing is gonna go down to 50. I'm just saying, there's a lot of work needed before we can get any big moves in these types of stocks again. Sorry, my cleaning ladies, she's an hour late today, so that's why you hear the vacuuming. I'm gonna close the door. Stuff like TTD, Twilio, Square. Shopify looks good. Shopify looks absolutely amazing on a weekly. If it can tighten up a little bit for a few weeks, that would be great. Overall, like the mega caps look great. Facebook, Google, Apple. These things are holding. Netflix not as much. On the weekly, it looks pretty decent though. Nvidia is an absolute beast. Okay, looks like the oil names are really weak. Wow, semis are strong. Of course. Getting the useless shit out of your trading, it's the hardest thing ever. You're gonna go through a lot of trial and error in the first years. That's where people fail. They can't figure out what works and what doesn't. That's why you should, as a new trader, you probably shouldn't even use indicators. Like, I wish I started without using any indicators. Just focus on price. That's the most important thing. And all the indicators are deprived of price anyways. So, just go with the basics. Only price pays. And then, after a while, you can start add some indicators if you really feel like you found an indicator that helps you give you an edge. For me, it's the moving averages. It really, they really help me a lot. And when shorting, I also look at the VWAP on the intraday. But really very few. I don't, like when I do parabolic shorting. Yeah, fundamental analysis, especially if you're like a short-term trader, is almost useless. Almost completely useless. What you really need to be able to read is the order flow. Like where is the money going? Which way is the money flowing? And what stocks are in play? like earnings and stuff like that. If you're very short term, you really don't need that. All that matters is momentum. Momentum. The longer term your trading is gonna be, the more you need to involve fundamentals. That's why looking at, even if current earnings are not there yet, like, you know, it's one thing you have these, you know, growth stocks, but if you look at like the earnings and the estimates for these copper names and steel names, like the numbers are incredible. These things are growth stocks right now. These things have triple digit earnings and high double digit revenue growth. Look at US Steel. And they have huge estimates for the next few years. So even in like commodities and cyclical names, you know, to find the next big trend, look at the estimates. BNTX is one of the few stocks, except for GME, this is, I'm really excited about it. Volume is, still But it could, yeah, it's probably gonna be more than yesterday at least, so that's something. I wish it had more volume, but you know, it can, like I said, it could just keep grinding, and it starts speeding up on big volume. That's something I would look. That's like the dream scenario that would happen. We just keep surfing the 10 and 20 EMAs on the 60-minute, and then kind of building higher lows and keeps going, and then speeds up. That would be nice. Oh, wow. This is a great setup. What? Obviously buying here, you know, that's a moron certificate. But, you know, this is something that most of you should have found on your scans. This is like text. Okay, the dollar volume is less than 10 million, which is, it's kind of a liquid, but I think a lot of people had this thing in your scans yesterday. Holy shit, it's a great setup. It's a micro cap, actually a nano cap stock, huge momentum. I mean, this is textbook. And this is morons buying. This is like 20 people from the chat buying right now. Fucking morons. So stupid, you know. You're never gonna be successful traders. I'm just saying. The entry was here, okay? The entry was in the mid-high 8s, okay? That's where the technical entry was. That's where you had edge. But go ahead. The sooner you blow up, the sooner we get, get rid of you. Go ahead, buy it with the market orders. We don't need you anyways. The only way you're gonna learn is the hard way. Go chase stocks. Go do it. Go ahead. Go ahead. This is Darwinism in play, really. Fucking morons. Really? This is what happens when I mention, a thin, low float stock. This is what happens. I've done so many things to try to get rid of the biggest morons. I have these, 3-month... well, actually, no, you don't have a 3-month limit to watch the stream. Never mind. Actually, any moron can watch the stream. But by, implementing the 3-month rule to chat, at least, you kind of filter out some of the biggest morons. And now it's halted. It's just so stupid. And the funny thing is, it just kept going after I, said, if you buy it here, you're a fucking moron. This is where the entry was, right? You look at the 16-minute chart, look at the daily chart. This is where it broke the range. Mid-high 8s. Like even buying it high 8s, that was kind of pushing it. You bought Let's at 854. Now you're gonna go places, okay? You're gonna be worth tens of millions in a few years. If you're not already. I don't know. No, probably not, since you're trading this very liquid stock. Like buying at 854. Like this was a 5-star. They don't get better than this, okay? 5-star. Like literally picture perfect. You won't get better setups than this on a nano cap. Like these nano caps, like, larger stocks, they kind of tend to find support on a 20, but nano caps, they find support on the rising 10. Look at this thing. It tripled, more than tripled in a few days, pulled back, undercut the 10, reclaimed, oscillated a little bit, got tighter. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you the exact same setup in something else that we had recently in something else. I'm gonna show you the exact same setup. I'm gonna show you the exact same setup. Doge. Exact same setup. Well, actually, it wasn't exactly the same. Never mind. It wasn't exactly the same. It kind of undercut the 20 and found support on the 20. But, if you look at just the pattern, it's the exact same. Exact same. The same things repeating over and over again. You want to find these explosive stocks. And guys, those of you who have these tiny accounts, less than a few million, you have such an edge, man. You have such an edge over someone like me. You're gonna really have explosive returns. These are the same. These are the types of setups you're looking at. Let's volume pretty low. Could have just been shorts covering. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. All of these people thinking stocks go up just because shorts are covering, that goes into the moron category. I'm gonna be, I need to be blunt here. People get these stupid ideas from these stupid fucking day trading chat rooms. Oh, the shorts are covering. Oh, very little. Like the shorts are very small part of the stock market. Very, very small part of the stock market. And also, yes, there are true legitimate moves that can happen because of shorts, but those stocks are far and few how do you say it? Far away, few between? No. What's the saying? Fuck, I don't know. Like something like GME. That was legitimately a short squeeze. Very few stocks are legitimate, short squeezes. Very few. Few and far between. Yes, thank you. I saw data that for the overall market, short selling is like 1%. But that's for the overall market. Obviously, I don't know if those numbers, how outdated they are, but that those could change too. I don't know, but it's very few, very little. Yeah, well, in the momentum small caps, because a lot of day traders, are overrepresented in the short selling space. So you get a lot of shorting in, like the smaller micro, small cap, like momentum names. But that's among day traders. Like suggesting that something like LEDs is going up because of what? Day traders shorting it? Like, yes, because every day there's a lot of day traders getting into short into this thing. No. Trade traders are shorting it, days like this when they have like a lot of volume. That's when, that's what attracts day traders. The MJ ETF is... Oh, what's the other weed ETF? Guys, what's the other one? There's what's the other weed ETF? Mariana stocks. Come on, guys. Well, I'm angry? I'm not angry. I have these rants like several times per week. And it's always, the same thing over and over again. Like, okay, I get it. I use some of these, words like morons and blah, blah, blah. But some of these things that people believe about the stock market, they're just so stupid. And the faster you get it out of your system, the better. The faster you start focusing on things that actually matter, and not these weird theories and things you heard somewhere, someone selling a day trading service, pumping stocks. Like, those things are irrelevant. The faster you can get it out of your system, the better. And that's why I'm using these words. Yeah, MSOS. Thank you. Yes, that's the one. Oh, yeah, it's surfing the 100th day. Okay, yeah, actually, TGIF 83. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I should calm down a little bit with the words. Maybe. But one thing I'm not gonna take back is people buying this LEDS just because I said it was a good setup below $9, and they bought it between 950 and 1050 and then got it halted. Those people are literal morons. Like, I mean, I'm just gonna that was stupid. Okay. And yeah, I'm gonna try to get less enthusiastic about really good micro caps and nano cap setups. But this one was good. Like, holy shit, this one was 5-star. But yeah, that's the problem. Every time I get excited about the setup, people blindly buy. That's okay. Let's do a poll. Look, the thing is, like what did you say? Wait, where is this? What TGIF83 said. Like, okay, I get it. Like, beginners trying to learn, etc., etc. Obviously, you're gonna do a lot of stupid stuff. But the thing is, if I don't call stupid behavior for stupid or moronic, like, I think words like that hit harder. Versus, you know what? It's not optimal behavior. Don't try to do it again. I just think it's much more effective saying, "Hey, fuck off. That's stupid. That's a moron move. Don't do it again." Or if someone has these, you know, like a lot of people, you know, think, "Oh, maybe it's short sellers covering." And thinking every pop in a momentum stock is short sellers covering versus just, you know, people actually buying the stock. I think it's stupid, and I'm gonna call it stupid. And maybe I'm using the words a little bit too much. I don't know. So let's do a poll. Okay, I just posted the poll. All right, let's watch the live results. There is 2 fuck Davids, yeah. I wanna see which fuck David is gonna win. One fuck David has more than almost 5 times as many votes. So far, fuck David total has 23%. I didn't ask about your vacation. How was your vacation, David? Oh, it was great. Well, nice to hear. So are you gonna go on vacation this week too? What? I usually always take screenshots of these polls. Right? Well, that was my daily rant, I guess. So, the point of that rant was if you chase, it's stupid and you're a moron. Now, it happens to everyone. Especially if you're new. 2, if your trade thesis on like every stock is the shorts covering, because it's gonna go up because the shorts need to cover, well, you know. And that's also true. The thing is, like since a lot of these, trading services, all these traders selling something, they won't tell you what you need to hear. That's the problem. They won't tell you what you need to hear. I believe I've been I've been around long enough. I've studied, I keep studying all of these things all the time. Like the link I posted on Twitter yesterday about the 29 crash, and the link I posted, I think was today pre-market, about the Latin American minor stocks in the 1820s or whatever it was, early 1800s. I keep studying, these behaviors and all these cycles, and I've seen literally hundreds and hundreds of traders come and go, and it's just the same things over and over again. And I feel like someone kind of needs to tell when you're a moron, you kind of need to hear it. I truly believe that. And I'm not like, sometimes it feels like I'm singling out someone, but I just, I try to generalize, certain types of beliefs and actions. But yes, I get some people may get offended because they feel singled out because of something they said. But look, I don't even look at the handle. Like most of the time, I don't even look at the handle. It's just for me, it's just a sentence. And if that sentence sounds stupid, I'm gonna call it out. And you know, sometimes it makes the writer of that sentence, you know, take it personally. But that's not what I mean. I should stop apologizing. Yeah, I know. Okay, fuck off, everyone. I'm so fucking tired of you woke bitches. No, just kidding. Okay, guys, I'm gonna cut the stream now. See you tomorrow. Good luck. Look, oh, wait. Oh, things are fading. Ugh, okay. All right. See you tomorrow. Sorry, David, if I offended you. Sorry, David. Now I apologize twice to you, David, since I offended you twice in the poll.